The oldest operational railway station in India. Do you know when was the first mall started in the country? The first ever Ranji Trophy match was played. But in Test cricket, there are only two Test matches that have ever tied. One was between Australia and West Indies in 1960, which happened in Australia. The other is Hi friends, welcome to this YouTube channel. I am Rangarajan, an ex-IAS officer of the 2005 batch and presently Associate Director at Officers IAS Academy. On this auspicious occasion of Teachers Day, I thought I'll start this YouTube channel. But this YouTube channel is not meant only for people who are preparing for the IAS, just because I trained them. This YouTube channel can be watched by school going students, by college students, by housewives, by grandparents living in the house, by everyone who wants to know the basic details and facts about various things that is happening around us. Be it in the news or the newspapers or in discussions, you will hear about various happenings in the country, and my aim is to pick up 2-3 important events which have happened in the last 1 week or 10 days every week and present the basic details in a simple manner so that everyone understands it easily and you are a much more well-informed citizen. And I've kept it in English so that it caters not just to the people from Tamil Nadu and Madras, but for people throughout the country as well as people who are living abroad but who are interested in the happenings of our country. But the first video I'm going to make today is a historical video in that sense. I am going to talk about 7 wonders, because wonders of the world is something which we used to read even in school days, isn't it? So 7 wonders are 7 wonderful, interesting facts about the city of Madras, which I come from. Now, recently on August 22nd, the Madras Day was celebrated. So many of you might have read it in the newspapers across the country. Why August 22nd? Because it was on August 22nd, 1639. Yes, you heard it right. 1639, a full 381 years back on August 22nd, that a small piece of land in what is today called as Fort St. George, that was sold by local tradesmen to 2 Englishmen who were from the English East India Company. And on April 23rd, which happens to be the St. George's Day, April 23rd of 1640, the first settlement came about in that area, and that is why it is called as the Fort St. George, where presently the Tamil Nadu Secretariat and all the assembly and all other happenings they sit. But it started on April 23rd, 1640. So August 22nd, that is why it is celebrated as the Madras Day. Now to the 7 interesting facts. Fact number 1, or wonder number 1. The oldest operational railway station in India. We are all living in the times of COVID, isn't it? Railway traffic is very less, rail services are less, not many people are able to travel. Hope we will come out of this pandemic soon and it will be back to business as usual. But the oldest operational railway station in India is the Royapuram railway station, which was constructed in 1856. Bombay to Thane was of course the first railway station way back in 1853, but those stations have undergone a change. But the Royapuram railway station, which was constructed in 1856, is still operational as it is. And I have travelled through that station many times when I have gone to college, when I have gone to work, and I would urge all people who are living in Chennai after this lockdown is completely lifted, and of course people from the rest of the country who visit Chennai, to go and visit this heritage structure of the Royapuram railway station. That is the first one. We're also talking about university exams getting postponed, final year semester exams still not happening. So do you know which are the oldest universities in the country? Based on what is called as the Woods Dispatch during the British period, in 1857, 3 universities were started, and one of them is the University of Madras. University of Madras, from which I also graduated, is one of the oldest universities in the country, along with the Calcutta University and the Bombay University, and it started way back in 1857. That is the second point which I wanted to tell you. Another heritage-like culture in Chennai, in Madras, is the reading of the Hindu newspaper. Of course, people who prepare for the IAS, they definitely read the Hindu newspaper every day for all its content. So the Hindu was started way back in 1878. It's one of the oldest newspapers in the country. Started by 6 young men in 1878 in Madras, and it was a weekly newspaper at that point of time. And do you know what was the number of prints that was done? Just 80 prints per week. Today, the Hindu has a circulation of almost 14 lakh every day. And my aim is also to ensure that people get to watch this channel, learn from it, and the subscribers and the people who learn from this channel keep increasing. But it takes a lot of time. But that is the third interesting snippet of Chennai, the Hindu, which is synonymous with the city of Madras, was started way back in 1878. Now, the next point is about malls. We talk about malls, mall culture. In the last 2 decades, in the last 20 years, so many malls have come up in Bombay, in Delhi, in Gurgaon, in Hyderabad, in Bangalore, in Calcutta, right? So there has been Asia's largest mall, India's largest mall, so many things we talk about. But do you know when was the first mall started in the country? The first mall in India was started in the city of Madras, and when? In 1895. That's right, 125 years back, the Spencer's Plaza, or the Spencer's Building as it was called then, is the oldest mall which is still operational now. Of course, the buildings have undergone a change, but it is a heritage structure, it is a heritage spot. 125 years back, the first mall in India was started in Madras. Now, the fifth one is about a religious place. We have all heard, people who are from Chennai would have heard of this place called St. Thomas Mount. Many of us know of that place name, but we don't know why it is called St. Thomas Mount. St. Thomas was one of the 12 disciples of Jesus Christ. The first 12 disciples of Jesus Christ who had the last supper or the last dinner with Jesus Christ. St. Thomas was one of them. And after crucifixion of Christ, he came to India, he preached in Kerala and he preached in Chennai from Little Mount and St. Thomas Mount. And the Santom Basilica, the Santom Church, is on the tomb of St. Thomas. Tomb is a place where the dead body of a person is buried. And St. Thomas' tomb is in the Santom place. And the Santom Basilica or the Santom Church is built on the tomb of St. Thomas. And why is it historically significant? Because there are only 3 places in the world where a basilica or a church has been built on the tomb of the 12 disciples of Jesus Christ. One is, of course, the St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican, where the Pope sits. The other is called the St. James Basilica in Spain. And the third is the Santom or the St. Thomas Basilica, which is there in Chennai. The sixth interesting fact or a snippet about Chennai, about Madras, is that there is a city called Madras in the state of Oregon, United States of America. And the city got its name in the year 1910. And how did it get its name? From a piece of cloth, from a fabric which was exported from Madras to that city. The fabric had a cloth which said that this is made in Madras. And from that city itself got its name. Wonderful, isn't it? A city in United States of America named after our historical city of Madras. That is a very interesting fact number 6. And finally, the 7th one, cricket. We are all in the season of IPL, Chennai Super Kings, Mumbai Indians, Royal Challengers, Bangalore. All of us root for our own city-based teams. We are all watching T20 and IPL and CPL and 50 overs cricket. But there is something called as Ranji Trophy. Many youngsters who are watching T20 these days might have just heard that term. But Ranji Trophy is a prestigious first division, first class cricket which is still played in the country. and the selections to Test cricket and all happens based on the performance of Ranji matches only. The first ever Ranji Trophy match was played in Chepauk Cricket Stadium in the year 1934. It was between Madras and Mysore, as it was called then. Madras, of course, won in just a single day, but it's a historically important event. The first ever Ranji Trophy match was played in Madras in the year 1934. And many people have stopped watching Test cricket these days, isn't it? It's a fast food time. Everyone wants faster games. So we watch T20, we watch 50-50, even 50-50 has become boring, isn't it? Everyone watches only T20. But Test cricket is the real form of cricket. And what is very significant about Chennai and Test cricket? In the entire history of Test cricket, more than 2000 tests have been played in the last 150 years across the world. There are only 2 tests which have ended in a tie. What is a tie? When the scores remain equal at the end of the match. It happens in T20 generally. It happens once in a while in one-day cricket, which is 50-over match. But in Test cricket, there are only 2 test matches that have ever tied. One was between Australia and West Indies in 1960, which happened in Australia. The other is the test which happened in 1986 in Chennai, in Chepauk Cricket Stadium. I remember watching that match as an 8-year-old. Craig Matthews, LBW, Maninder Singh, and the match was tied and it became part of history. So that is the relationship or the connect between the historical city of Madras and cricket. So I hope you found this video interesting and useful. You learned about 7 interesting, wonderful facts about the city of Madras. I will come with more videos, as I told you, which will deal with basic, simple facts and details about current events that is happening around us. It can be watched by everyone, right from a school kid till the grandparents in your house. So please do watch it, please do like it, please do share it, and of course subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.